Hey everybody, it's me, Tanisha O.
And Aiko.
And welcome to Tea with Tanisha O. So today's topic is parents paralyzing their children. We are still out remote on vacation in Denver. We're
Yes.
having a great time. It's a seminar, leadership training, and all that good stuff for families. And we're hanging out with Ike and Daddy and Ike's biological mom, Ines. So we wanted to just touch base. So this came to my mind because last night we were watching Ike swimming, and this kid was jumping off the diving board, shooting baskets, and you made how many of them?
Two.
Two baskets. How in the world can you jump off of a diving board and shoot a basketball and make the basket? It's tough to make a basket when you're on the floor, let alone on the diving board, but you did it.
Yes.
High five. Good job. That's
Thank
my
you.
athletic baby right here. So we were watching him, and my husband was like, gosh, look at him swimming. Look at him moving around. And it took us back to when he was 2. And I began teaching him how to swim. So all 3 of the kids know how to swim. Damien's a lifeguard. And I taught them at a young age because we were in California and everybody swims. Most people swim. So if you don't swim, you kind of don't get to play with the kids, right? So it
No.
was important to me in that time to teach this little guy how to swim, even though my husband didn't swim. And my husband, if you don't swim, water is something you just don't play with. Too many people drowned, and it's a very serious thing. And so my husband had these huge concerns about baby boy learning how to swim. And I was like, just trust me. I'm not asking you to trust the water, just trust me in that. And so it led us to thinking about how frequently we place our fears on our children and we paralyze them. So, Ike, you were talking to us about some friends that, what did you say? They don't do what?
My friends have a fear of flying
Wow. So, but the fear of flying is one thing. Why do they have that fear?
because their parents are afraid of heights, so now they're afraid of heights too.
So they don't even know if they're truly afraid of heights. They just took that fear on from their parents, right? And how many people know that it's important for us to, if we have fears, legitimate fears, even if they're not legitimate, our fear is our fear, and fear truly paralyzes us. Think about a person who runs into a spider. That spider can be so tiny, it could be a daddy long legs, it could be nothing serious, but we just freeze and we don't move. We're like, some people are hysterical when it comes to that. And so if a child watches that, they get that fear also. And so it's important that we find a level of balance in what we're teaching our children. And I even thought about like dating. You're not dating yet. You're not dating yet. But now, however, when it comes to dating, my husband, he's Nigerian, and I take great pride in that. I'm an American woman. I'm married to a Nigerian man, and he's awesome, right?
Yes.
But there were a lot of talks about why American women shouldn't be married to a Nigerian man, or why a Nigerian man should only marry a man in Nigeria. And I'm not here to get into the logistics of whether people should or shouldn't, or traditions, or any of those things. What I am here to say is that when a person falls in love with someone else, let that love be. We cannot continue to paralyze ourselves and separate ourselves. We're all human, and we just keep separating ourselves because you like red shoes and I like blue shoes, so I'm better than you, or you like green and I like yellow, so you're better than me. We spend too much time paralyzing ourselves, and when we really get to the root of things, what does it really mean? What about the parents who don't like college for whatever reason? We don't know if maybe they weren't accepted into college, maybe they didn't get an opportunity to go to college, maybe their grades weren't as great. And so they spend all this time telling their kids how bad and mean and evil the other man is because they have a college education or a college degree. And so now the child doesn't want to go to school, even if their true heart's desire was for school. The point is, parents, we have got to stop paralyzing our children with our own fears. Even as an adult now, there are so many things that are happening. And even with my own kids, my baby girl moved to a big city for grad school. I was nervous because she's by herself, she's in another state. But you know what? I could not allow any of my own fears to paralyze her in her dream and her journey. And it didn't paralyze her because we support her, don't we?
Yes, we
Helped
do.
her move in. We're constantly around. We're constantly with her. The thing is that it's the little things that we say, parents, consistently, that are the things that maybe those small nudges that paralyze them or stop them from doing things. Even sports. right?
Yes.
Daddy doesn't love football.
No.
My husband does not love football. He likes to watch it, but he has that same concern that many parents do with what is daddy's concerns with football?
The head-to-head
Contact, right?
and the
Concussion.
concussion.
This is a kid that he loves unconditionally. He doesn't want to see you hurt. Yet, this guy is passionate about football. I'm talking about passionate. You ever want to talk football talk? Come to this kid. He knows who did what in 1957. He knows all these facts that I have no idea. I'm just there to support him. So it took a couple years, but hubby and I had a lot of long talks, and then he and I had a lot of long talks for us to come up with the ideas of how to really sell this to daddy so that he's comfortable, right?
Yes.
Because it's important that we're all comfortable, but it's important that we still let our baby boy live out his dreams, because the older kids, baby girl cheered through college, baby boy played basketball through college, and hopefully he'll continue, right?
Yes.
This one loves football. And so we were able to make it happen. So he's going into his second season. His first season was amazing. And daddy was so proud, right?
Yes, he
So
was.
we're so proud of him. All I can do is get him the best headgear, make sure he's trained properly, and know that he's covered by the grace of God. But we're not going to limit his dreams because of our own fears. We can't do that. You guys, there's a fear when we get in the car every day, yet most of us still get in the car when we walk out of our house, yet most of us still walk out of our houses. Let's not paralyze our kids. What are there any other things that your friends shared that their parents do or don't do
No.
that come to mind?
No.
No? Anything you want to say to parents who might be having a tough time letting their kids be free or paralyzing them? How do you think that feels?
Well, the children
Yeah.
think that's not good for them
How so, my love?
because then if the parents are passing on their fears, then the children will pass on their fears to their child,
Ah.
and then the child will pass on their fears to that child.
And you know what's interesting is at the root of it all, they may not even remember why. So they'll say, "No, we cannot have," just an example, "macaroni and cheese with our dinner. It's forbidden to have macaroni and cheese with our dinner." Why? I don't know, because my mom said so. And when you get to the root of it, it was just because maybe she didn't like macaroni and cheese, or maybe she didn't know how to cook it very well. And so she just stopped having it. But really, there's nothing wrong with macaroni and cheese. And although we're using macaroni and cheese as an example, and that seems so ridiculous, many of the things that we find fearful are ridiculous. They're ridiculous, and we pass them on, but they're not ridiculous as we think them through. In our minds, they seem legitimate, but in the grand scheme of life, it really wasn't that serious. So
No.
today, parents, let's be free. We are not going to continue to paralyze our children. If we have a fear or anxiety over something, let's not pass on that fear to our children. Let's continue to live life, love everyone for who they are, the individuals that they are, and see them blossom. Because there's amazing things that happen when we just allow people to be who they are, choose to be who they are, and let them blossom. So that's it for us today. We're going to go head out for some breakfast.
Yes.
We're going to go have some more fun today. It's Tanisha O. We love and appreciate you all. From our family to yours, what are we going to do? Continue to what?
Blending your love.
Yes, let's keep blending our love. Follow us on all social media at Blending Our Love. Website is blendingourlove.com. Share this video. Let's continue to do the best that we can and grow. We'll see you soon. Ciao.